The convoy forged deeper into the icy mountains. As they neared their destination, thin points of light flared into ominous, flickering campfires. Mad Mardigan saw a sinister figure ride out to meet them. Sorsha showed him the baby.
You're late.
I found it, Kay.
The soldiers shoved Mad Mardigan and Willow into a jail cell and hung Rozelle's cage nearby. After they left, Willow knelt over a bowl containing a muddy mixture of snow and dirt.
Hither, Wolha, Bern, Drew, Bordak, Belanoct.
That's magic? Smells terrible.
It's the life spark. It forms
Well, it stinks. This whole thing stinks.
Ignore him, Willow. He's a fool.
Willow stirred the concoction with Shalindria's wand.
Willow, you must transform me to my human self. Get me down.
Willow tried to reach her cage with a stick but couldn't stretch far enough. Mad Mardigan reluctantly poked the cage and it crashed to the ground, freeing Rozelle.
Why don't you let me get out of here instead of chattering with that muskrat?
Muskrat! When I change back to my former self, I will crush this army and take Laura Dannon to Tirasli, where she will be safe.
Ow! What you bite me for?
You need 3 drops of your blood to put in the potion.
Well, you could have warned me.
Willow applied the blood, smearing it on the gnarled branch.
For beginners, there's some pain, but don't let anything break your concentration.
Suddenly, the brownies bounced into the cell.
Hello, everybody! We have arrived!
You are saved! Shh!
Don't interrupt.
Hither, Green and Ben, Clyde Lunenoct.
Concentrate, Willow.
Hither, Green and Ben, Clyde Lunenoct. Hither, Green and Ben, Clyde Lunenoct.
You're losing me.
Rozelle's body contorted, and her fur stiffened into the shiny black feathers of a raven. Willow dropped the wand and rubbed his aching wrist.
Farmers. Calendar sends me. Farmers.
Sir Nelwyn really butchered that one.
I'm sorry, Rozelle.
You want out? Easy! We can pick the lock. Come on!
The brownies attempted to pry open the lock with their tiny spears, and Mad Mardigan leaned closer.
No, like this. I know what I'm doing. It's my spear. Leave it alone.
Let me do it.
You leave that alone, you stupid fat bikini!
Frangine whacked Mad Mardigan across the nose with his hip pouch, and a powdery love potion called Dust of Broken Heart flew into his face. The brownies clicked open the lock, and Mad Mardigan stumbled out of the cell. Willow yanked him behind the tent, where Sorsha and the baby slept.
Only one of us should go in there. I've had experience in this sort of thing. I know what I'm doing.
As Willow stood guard, Mad Mardigan crept inside and tiptoed past Sorsha's bed. He noticed how beautiful she looked in her soft nightdress, and bent to kiss her, unaware that he was under the spell of the magic dust.
Sorsha. Wake from this hateful sleep. It deprives me of your beauty. The beauty of your eyes.
Startled awake, Sorsha drew a dagger and held it against Mad Mardigan's throat. The lovesick Mad Mardigan ignored the blade and continued to babble as Willow sneaked into the tent, creeping toward the baby.
You are my sun, my moon, my starlit sky. Without you, I dwell in darkness. I love you.
What are you doing here?
Your power has enchanted me. I stand helpless against it. Come to me now, tonight. Let me worship you in my arms.
Get away from me.
I love you.
Stop saying that.
I stop the beating of my heart. It pounds like never before.
Out of fear.
Out of love.
I can stop it. I'll kill you.
Death next to love is a trivial thing. Your touch is worth 100,000 deaths.
Trembling, Sorsha leaned toward him. Just as she was about to receive Mad Mardigan's kiss, Kale ripped open the canvas.
What goes on here?
The general grabbed Willow and the baby and tossed them onto some straw. Sorsha saw the empty crib and backed away from Mad Mardigan.
Deceiver!
She lunged at Mad Mardigan, and he rolled backward, kicking the dagger out of her hand. He grabbed her sword and slashed his way out of the tent, where a band of Nockmar soldiers waited. Fending them off, he glimpsed Willow with a baby, and pointed to a shield skidding across the ice.
Get on that shield!
As arrows rained around them, Mad Mardigan leaped beside Willow, and they slid down the mountainside. Mad Mardigan called back to Sorsha.
Sorsha!
The makeshift sled bounced over snowdrifts and zigzagged between trees, finally crashing into a village at the bottom. They emerged from the snow unscathed.
And Morrigan,
What happened up there?
you started spouting poetry.
Poetry?
Yeah, I love you, Sorsha. I worship you, Sorsha. You almost got us killed.
I love you, Sorsha. I don't love her. She kicked me in the face. I hate her. Don't I?
Suddenly, Kale and 20 horsemen charged toward him. A sympathetic villager hurried them into a dark cellar crowded with other fugitives. Mad Mardigan recognized a familiar shape and slammed him against the wall.
You left me to die, Eric. I probably saved your life. We were slaughtered and I lost a lot of supplies.
Sorsha kicked open the door to their hiding place and descended the steps. As she squinted into the darkness, Mad Mardigan grabbed her and held a knife to her throat. He gripped his hostage and led Willow and the rebels past the Nockmar soldiers.
Back! Back!
Scoundrels never defeat us! Give up the boat!
Eric gazed at Elora Dannon.
What's that more want with this baby anyway?
She's a princess. We're taking her to Terzleen.
Seriously? Even if you could find Peck, she's right. You'd never get past the Nockmar army.
There's an even bigger army at Terzleen. If we just get there.
I've lost more than half my men fighting that Morda. Now you and Miss Peck are gonna take her on? You always told me you served nothing but Mardigan. Since when are you a crusader? He's not gonna help you, Peck. He's a worthless thief. I'm not a thief, Eric.
He's not a thief, are you?
Mad Mardigan paused, then faced the rebel soldier.
I served the no one, Eric. You wanna come with us? You'll never make it, Mad Mardigan. And once again, we say goodbye.
Mad Mardigan helped Willow and the baby onto one horse, then hauled Sorsha up onto another. She screamed, and the soldiers drew their bows.
Weapons down when she's dead!
They galloped off into the snow, with Roselle flying above them.
This way! This way! At the crow flies, you fools!
Edging into a narrow canyon, Mad Mardigan and Sorsha trailed behind Willow.
Did I really say those things last night in your tent?
You said you loved me.
I don't remember that.
You lied to me.
No, I just wasn't myself last night.
I suppose my power enchanted you and you were helpless against it.
Sort of.
Then what?
Went away.
Went away. I dwell in darkness without you and it went away.
Yeah.
She elbowed him hard and struggled free. He leaped off his horse and tackled her in a muddy street. They stared into each other's eyes.
Hurry! Kale's coming!
Mad Mardigan jumped up and dragged Sorsha, kicking and scratching to his horse. Suddenly, she punched him and ran. Mad Mardigan dashed after her.
Mad Mardigan, come on!
They're coming! Away!
Leaving Sorsha behind, Mad Mardigan mounted his horse and took off after Willow. They galloped into a valley carpeted with flowers. Before them stood a magnificent castle.
Terzleen! At last! Terzleen!
Roselle soared over the castle wall, and Mad Mardigan and Willow rushed into the courtyard, unprepared for the eerie scene awaiting them. The people of Terzleen were frozen inside chunks of crystal, the victims of Badmorda's curse.
Why did I listen to you, Peck? Everything will be all right once we get to Terzleen. The only army around here is the one that's about to ride across this valley and wipe us out!
But Cherilindria said we'd be safe here.
Safe? Look at these people! This place is cursed, Peck.
This is the work of Badmorda! Willow! The wand!
Are you sure?
Transform me.
I can't do it. I'm just not a sorcerer.
But you can be, speak, and be one with the words.
He tried to concentrate, but was distracted by the battle cry of the approaching Nockmar army. This time, Roselle turned into a goat.
Willow! You idiot!
Roselle?
Inside the castle, Mad Mardigan discovered a golden suit of armor. He put it on and raced outside.
Willow! On that catapult up there!
Willow hid Elora Dannon and crossed a bridge in search of the catapult stone. On the other side, a hideous hairy troll blocked his way. It grabbed Willow and dangled him in front of its mouth.
Willow, use the wand!
Willow whipped out Shalindria's wand and whacked the troll on the head.
Galanot, take that troll.
The troll disintegrated into a blob of jiggling jelly. Willow kicked it into the moat below, hoping no one would notice his latest mistake. The moat began to bubble and fizz. Suddenly, the Nockmaar army arrived, cornering Mad Mardigan below.
Death to Nockmaar!
Got him!
Just when he seemed outnumbered, a huge two-headed monster rose out of the moat. Breathing fire, it roared at the soldiers and sent them fleeing. Then it spotted Willow.
Mad Mardigan, help!
Mad Mardigan jumped onto one head and pierced its skull with his sword. The monster's throat filled up with gas and exploded, sending Mad Mardigan reeling backward into a nest of Nockmaar soldiers. Sorsha looked on and saw the valiant warrior Mad Mardigan fight so hard and so bravely for the life of this child and her Norwin protector. And suddenly, she could take no more. Seeing Mad Mardigan trapped on the ground, she raced to his side and pulled him into her arms. Behind him, Cale emerged from the castle with a Lord Dannon in his clutches. Abruptly, he raced off toward Nockmaar. Mad Mardigan looked around.
Oh,
The Nelwyns staggered out of the castle wounded.
Elora's gone. I've taken her. Too many of them.
Let's ride.
Mad Mardigan scooped him up and motioned for Razel to follow them. With Sorsha alongside, they rode out of Tir Azil. There, Eric Thilbear appeared with the rebel troops. They pursued Cale and his army to Nockmaar Castle. The drawbridge was shut tight.
We need towers and a battering ram. Break out the tents. Main camp.
Main camp!
We'll assault at first light.
Pacing inside her tower, Queen Bavmorda admitted General Cale.
Where's Sorsha?
She has turned against us, Your Highness.
Turned against me. Prepare for the ritual!
Bavmorda's druids took the terrified baby, and the Queen rushed to the castle wall, where she could look down on the army that Eric and Mad Mardigan had assembled. She cackled fiendishly, and Razel, still in the shape of a goat, butted Willow into a tent.
Willow, quick! Use the scepter, child. Protect yourself.
Why?
Just do it.
Outside, Mad Mardigan faced the Queen.
We've come for Elora Dannon.
You dare to challenge me? You're not warriors. You're pigs. Oh, no! You're all pigs. 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 Mother, no!
Along with the rebel soldiers, Sorsha's body expanded and contorted into the shape of a pig. Soon the mountainside was filled with the fleshy animals pushing against each other. Bavmorda returned to her tower and hailed her druids.
Begin the ritual. This baby will not live to destroy me.
The Queen glared up toward a large circular hole in the roof.
Come thunder! Come lightning! Touch this altar with your powers!
Outside, Willow crept from the tent. Seeing the mass of grunting pigs, he turned to Razel.
We come all this way and now Elora Dannon's gonna die.
No, we can still defeat Bavmorda.
She's too powerful, Razel.
Transform me and I'll destroy her.
Willow drew a hexagram around Razel and began to chant.
Elements of eternity. Above and below. Balance of essence. Fire begets snow.
Razel's transformation began. Willow struggled to retain his concentration and strength.
Lotwa Danelora. Duatha Danu. Tuatha. Snox Danu. Lotwa Danelora. Duatha Danu. Tuatha. Danu.
Razel continued to change. first into a partly grotesque creature, then a deer, and finally an elderly, once beautiful woman.
Willow, we have work to do. Give me the wand. We must undo Backwater's sorcery.
Using her magic, Roselle turned the pigs back into warriors. With Mad Martigan and Sorsha beside him, Eric gloomily eyed the Queen's Tower.
We can't get inside.
Elora Danon will die.
No! She cannot transform you again. My spell is protecting this camp.
But can your magic get us inside the fortress?
Roselle shook her head.
We can't do it.
Wait! Back home in my village, we have a lot of gophers.
Willow, this is war, not agriculture.
I know. But I have an idea how to get inside the castle.
At dawn, with one more ghastly ritual for Bavmorda to perform, Willow and Roselle stood alone outside the fortress, surrounded by empty tents. They shouted up to Kale.
We call upon you to surrender!
We are all powerful sorcerers. Give us the baby, or we'll destroy you.
Roaring with laughter, Kale ordered his men to kill them. The drawbridge dropped. Willow trembled and raised a spear with two hands.
Patience below.
Courage, Willow.
Then, as the soldiers approached them, Willow smashed his spear on a wall block. Suddenly the entire landscape came to life. Rebel soldiers sprung from the pits and trenches where they'd been hiding. They stormed the castle while Sorsha led Roselle and Willow inside. Willow stood watch on the stairway, while Sorsha and Roselle climbed the corkscrew steps to the tower. There they confronted the Queen, her face grotesquely transfigured by the ritual. Beside her were two druid guards.
Mother!
Traitor child, I must despise you now.
She waved her hand and the druids attacked. Sorsha killed them both, then rushed toward Elora Danon, who lay under a death-like spell on the copper altar.
I won't let you kill that child.
Away! Among them! Draw!
Lightning exploded overhead. Bavmorda used her magic to trap Sorsha in a powerful energy force. The Queen levitated her daughter toward a wall of spikes, and just as Sorsha was about to be impaled, another force stopped her.
Your powers have gained in strength, Roselle. I have Shalindria's wand, Bavmorda. Elora Danon will be queen.
They clashed in a vicious tug of war, using their powers to pitch fireballs across the room. As they battled, Willow abandoned his safe post on the stairway and crept into the tower. He inched toward the baby, dodging sparks and flying ashes. Just as he grabbed the baby, Bavmorda choked Roselle, and the sorceress slumped to the floor. The Queen noticed the empty altar and slammed the door shut, trapping Willow inside.
Who are you?
I'm Willow Ufgood. I'm a great sorcerer. Greater than Roselle. Greater than you, even. I'm the greatest sorcerer.
Willow dug into his pocket and tossed one of the High Aldwin's magic acorns at Bavmorda. Her hand shot out and she caught it, crushing it in her fingers.
Is that the extent of your powers, little one? Now you will watch me draw upon the power of the universe to send that child into another world. Now place it on the altar.
No.
No.
You stupid hag. With my magic, I'll send her into a
You're no sorcerer.
into a realm where evil cannot touch her.
Impossible. There's no such place.
Willow whipped his cape around and the baby disappeared.
Impossible.
Enraged, she backed up and knocked over a sorcery bowl on the edge of the altar. Fluid spilled and collected in a pool at her feet. She screamed and raised her wand as the sky brightened with lightning. A bolt of lightning shot in through the ceiling and struck her. The evil queen burst into flame, shriveling into a pile of ash. Across the room, Razel began to revive.
Willow, where's the baby?
He opened his cloak so Razel could see the sleeping baby tucked inside.
It was just my old disappearing egg trick. Well done!
Elora Danan's eyes opened and sunlight flooded the tower. The next day, the freed court of Tir Asleen joined the triumphant rebels to bid Willow goodbye. Sorsha held Princess Elora in her arms, and Mad Mardigan stood proudly beside them. Razel appeared dressed in druid robes.
Willow of Good, receive this book of magic. You are on your way to becoming a great sorcerer.
Everyone applauded as Willow humbly accepted the gift. Sorsha and Mad Mardigan brought the baby forward. Willow gazed at the child, then leaned down and kissed her.
Goodbye, Laura Dannon.
Mad Mardigan lifted Willow onto the back of a white pony and warmly shook his hand. Willow rode across the lush valley, headed for home. In the Nelwyn village, the people saw Willow coming. They swarmed around him, wild with excitement.
Willow! Willow!
Higher!
He jumped off his pony and ran to embrace his wife. His children leaped on him, hugging him tightly. Before his family, in front of the Nelwyn villagers, in view of the venerable High Ordwin, Willow plucked an apple from his saddlebag and tossed it into the air. It burst into the shape of a bird and flew off into the clouds. The people raised their voices in salute to Willow, the only sorcerer who could have saved Elora Dannon, and the mythical, magical world they inhabited.